Happy Monday.
Monday!
I don't know if we've announced this yet. We have a new Friday girl, so welcome Kathleen to 5 Awesome College Girls. It's really awesome. We actually have a five awesome college girls now. I hope you guys like the new opening because Anne and I made that. We're actually very proud of that, so please just pity us and tell us how awesome that is. This week's theme from our Facebook poll, thank you all who voted, is
Oh, you! It's Harry Potter!
Yes! Harry Potter! That's my Dumbledore impression, which doesn't make any sense if you haven't seen the Harry Potter musical.
Which you
and
should.
if you haven't, you're a lame-o. Get on your butt. Yeah, get on your butt, because this is something you do on your butt. Go to YouTube. Star Kid Potter is the channel name. Star Kid Productions. You really need to go watch this, guys, because I just want to make 24/7 references to it.
You already do that.
But for actual Harry Potter, man, me and Harry Potter, we go way back. I remember first reading them in 3rd grade. I grew up with them, like, my class, like, I was always the same age as Harry, Ron, and Hermione, so, like, we grew up with them. And you know what I like about the Harry Potter books? They started out simple, like, stuff I could read when I was in 3rd grade. And, you know, it didn't get too dark, but as it got older, it got darker and more complex, and the books got older. So it's something you can, like, grow up with. I don't know. I like that. So I guess the main thing I wanted to say about Harry Potter was I just realized something like a couple weeks ago. And it came from watching the Harry Potter musical, actually, kind of, and then watching the first movie. So Quirrell at the end knows that Snape is the one that's been trying to stop their evil plans of killing Harry Potter.
Evil plans.
Yeah, very aware of it. He says that to Harry at the end. So he's saying this to him like when they tried to kill him in the Quidditch match and Snape was muttering a counter curse. That's what he says. And I thought, okay, Voldemort's on the back of Quirrell's head. And Harry Potter musical makes a very valid point over and over again that Voldemort hears everything Quirrell hears. He's attached to the back of his head. He knows everything he knows. So if that's the case, and Quirrell stating right there that Snape's trying to go against them, how did Snape ever have Voldemort's trust? You know, he's this, spoiler, double agent. I mean, how did he get into the Death Eaters? And he seems to be very well trusted. He seems to be high up in it. So how did he ever get Voldemort's trust? I'm sorry, J.K. Rowling. I'm finding a major plot hole here. I don't understand. I mean, considering... Oh, God, I'm such a nerd. Considering Voldemort is this obviously psychotic kind of figure like the movie we watched, Last King of Scotland, you'd think he'd be paranoid. Like, he wouldn't trust people to be in his inner circle, and it kind of seems that way. I mean, he kills people left and right because he thinks they're betraying him.
This man's, like, right-hand girl is Bellatrix Lestrange. I mean, he's not sane, and neither is she, for that matter.
Helena Bonham Carter!
Bonham Carter!
So anyway, if you guys have ideas on this, please tell me. Like, maybe there's an explanation that we've all missed, but as far as I see it, I don't think this Snape thing would have worked out. I feel like he would have been on the list. He would have been on the hit list too. And I'm sure he was like, listen, Voldemort, I had to. Dumbledore would have known if I hadn't tried to help. But that's kind of flimsy. Let's be honest. How was he supposed to know what was happening?
Unless Quirrell's just really bitter. Like, maybe Voldemort did know, and like, he was... Like, maybe Snape was just like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, but maybe Quirrell was just really, really bitter and jealous about it. Because it's like, oh, Snape gets to be his right-hand man, but I have to have him on the back of my head.
Another point that a Harry Potter musical brings out is how awkward a situation that puts Quirrell and Voldemort in. He's on the back of his head. He watches him wipe his butt daily. Just think about all the things that they had to do together. He has to go to the bathroom. They sleep together. Can you imagine trying to eat? I guess Voldemort doesn't need to eat. He doesn't have a stomach.
For some reason,
I'm just really confused. really confused about the mechanics of this. So any insight anybody has would be awesome.
It's time for Annie's Alcove! So, here's a question that's probably never occurred to many of you. How old is Voldemort? I mean, we know he's an adult, obviously, but really, like, mathematically, how old is he? So, I pondered this question once when my cousin asked me about it, and we thought we were like, okay, well, let's break this down. So, in Harry's second year, we find out that Tom Riddle was at Hogwarts 50 years ago, and he was 16 then, so that makes him 66 in Harry's second year. We add, let's see, how many years to that? 5 years to that, and that makes him 71 years old, which, wow, that's
You
really
look good, Voldemort. You look good.
That's really old.
What's your secret?
I mean, we could figure in the fact that he was undead, basically, for a lot of those years, but really, if you're gonna think about this logically and rationally, he's a senior citizen, by all accounts of all definitions. So,
I think he had a nose job.
so he better sue that surgeon, because
Well, you think Michael Jackson would too, but they have a lot in common.
he needs a nose, bottom line.
So last week's roast beef quote was from A Series of Unfortunate Events. This week, in honor of Harry Potter, I won't be doing a movie quote of the week. I will be showing an encore of Free Falling Dumbledore. So enjoy and have a good week, everybody. Bye.
Avada Kedavra.